positioning of the sun, everybody. The name is Blue Fang, and welcome back to another episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. In the last episode of last week, we did Smash Brothers characters, and in this episode, as suggested by an Animal Jam on YouTube, we are doing Dandy's World, another indie horror game. I don't get the obsession with horror, but you know what? These kind of look cutesy, so I'll live with it. I would do cast introductions right about now, but I don't know any of these guys confidently enough to make a cast introduction. But what I will say is that I like Astro, and this guy looks goofy. So I like Astro and Goob is who I'm going to root for. And here's the roster. Yes, I've picked it. I acknowledge that there isn't a Dandy in this roster, but I want you to keep this in mind. I just picked from the wiki and Dandy didn't show up. Okay, that's what I did. Now then, since that is settled, real quick. Yeah, if you're not happy with a roster, you can make a suggestion with a roster. 9 times out of 10 I'll take it, unless I feel like I know something better and explain why I changed it. So yeah. Anyways, with this being said and done, let's proceed. As the tribute set on the podiums, the horn sounds. Flutter and Glisten fight Tegan and Finn. Tegan and Finn survive. Toodles runs away from the cornucopia. Goob grabs a shield leaning on the cornucopia. Veronica and Poppy fight Sprout and Roger. Sprout and Roger survive. Cosmo, Shrimpo, Gigi, Arthur, and Cosmo, Shrimpo, Gigi, and Arthur run away as Astro runs into the cornucopia and hides. Razzle Dazzle runs away. Brittany grabs a sword. Pebble runs away. Austin snatches a bottle of alcohol and a rag. Boxton, V, Delilah, and Tisha run away, and Scrap steps off her podium too soon and blows up. Pebble constructs a shack. Shrimpo collects fruit from a tree. Arthur discovers a river. Goob and Boxton split up search for resources. Sprout falls into a frozen lake and drowns. Cosmo practices his archery. V shoots an arrow into Tegan's head. Austin goes hunting. Astro injures himself. Brightney discovers a river. Tisha receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Finn ambushes Gigi and kills her. Delilah steals from Razzle Dazzle while he isn't looking. Toodles sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate as Roger goes hunting. The arena turns pitch black and nobody can see a thing. Shrimpo and Arthur survive. While fighting, Austin and Finn lose their balance, roll down a jagged hillside, and die. Roger and Goob survive. View trips on a rock and falls off a cliff. Razzle Dazzle, Delilah, and Astro survive. While fighting, Cosmo and Boxton lose their balance and roll down a jagged hillside and die. Tisha survives. Pebbles accidentally makes contact with a spiny, lethal plant life. And then Brightney and Toodles survive. So, first time. 14 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Flutter from District 7, Glisten from District 9, Veronica from District 12, Poppy from District 10, Scraps from District 4, Sprout from District 2, Tegan from District 4, Gigi from District 5, Austin from District 12, Finn from District 8, V from District 1, Cosmo from District 6, Boxton from District 5, and Pebble from District 3. And with that, Districts 4, 5, and 12 are completely out. And we go from 24 survivors to 10. We have killed over half the cast before the first set of fallen tributes. This is going to be a short one. These happen, so please be prepared to know that sometimes it's going to be disappointing. Tisha thinks about winning. Astro, Delilah, and Goob sleep in shifts. Razzle Dazzle receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Shrimpo, Brightney, Roger, Toodles, and Arthur sleep in shifts. Toodles runs away from Brightney. Goob begs for Shrimpo to kill him. He refuses, keeping Goob alive. Tisha, Roger, Arthur, and Delilah hunt for other tributes. Razzle Dazzle scares Astro off. No cannon shots. Goob fends Shrimpo, Razzle Dazzle, and Toodles away from his fire. Arthur, Tisha, and Delilah cheerfully sing songs together. Astro tends to his wounds. Roger thinks about winning. Brightney sees a fire but stays hidden. Razzle Dazzle picks flowers. Delilah and Toodles split a search for resources. Brightney runs away from Astro. Goob collects fruit from a tree. Roger defeats Arthur in a fight but spares his life. Tisha receives fresh food, and Shrimpo dies from hypothermia. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and it's Shrimpo from District 2. Making it so Districts 2, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, and 12 are completely out, and we go from 10 survivors to 9. Single digits. Toodles cries herself to sleep. Roger, Tisha, Brightney, and Razzle Dazzle tell each other ghost stories lighten the mood. Astro severely slices Goob with a sword. Damn it, Astro! I was rooting for the two of you. Why you gotta kill half my odds right now? Arthur loses sight of where he is, and Delilah's awoken by nightmares. The cornucopia is replenished with food supplies, limits, and memoirs from Tribute's families. Tisha decides not to go to the feast. Brightney repeatedly stabs Delilah to death with sighs. Razzle Dazzle, Roger, and Arthur decide not to go to a feast. Astro and Toodles get into a fight over raw meat, but Astro gives up and runs away. Brightney attacks Toodles, but she manages to escape. Arthur travels to higher ground. Tisha practices her archery. Razzle Dazzle sprains his ankle running away from Roger, and Astro goes hunting. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Goob from District 10 and Delilah from District 11. So now Districts 2, 4, 5, 10, and 12 are completely out. It's so much harder since they don't have a background and I can't just look there. Yeah, but whatever. We go from 9 survivors to 7. Astro receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Brightney severely slices Arthur with a sword. Toodles loses sight of where she is. Razzle Dazzle receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Tisha goes to sleep. Roger thinks about home. Toodles sprains her ankle running away from Tisha. Astro searches for a water source. Brightney questions her sanity. Razzle Dazzle goes hunting. Roger searches for a water source. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Arthur from District 11. So Districts 2, 4, 5, 10, 11, and 12 are completely out. And we go from 7 survivors to 6. Okay, here we go. Toodles receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Brightney cooks her food before putting her fire out. Razzle Dazzle and Roger tell stories about themselves to each other. Astro receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Tisha dies from hunger. Roger practices archery. Brightney and Astro split up search for resources. Toodles makes a slingshot. Razzle Dazzle tries to sleep through the entire day. With that, 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and it's Tisha from District 6. So, Districts 2, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, and 12 are completely out, and we go from 6 survivors to 5. Man, I thought this was going to be fast, considering the beginning knocked out 14, but then after that point, the death count is really slowed down. Oh, that's supposed to be a moon. Oh. Anyway, I thought that it was going to go fast because of how the beginning went, and then the beginning turned out to not be indicative of the rest. Astro receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Toodles sees a fire but stays hidden. Razzle Dazzle receives an explosive from an unknown sponsor. Brightney throws a knife into Roger's head. Razzle Dazzle attacks Brightney, but she manages to escape. Toodles hunts for other tributes, and Astro picks flowers. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Roger from District 9. So, Districts 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are completely out of play. And we go from 5 survivors to 4 survivors. Even gender odds. Toodles dies trying to escape the arena. Razzle Dazzle tends to Astro's wounds. Brightney is unable to start fire and sleeps without warmth. Astro begs for Razzle Dazzle to kill him. He refuses, keeping Astro alive. Brightney tries to spear fish with a trident. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance, and it's Toodles from District 8. So, Districts 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 are completely out as we go from 4 survivors to 3 survivors. Razzle Dazzle receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Astro is awoken by nightmares. Brightney climbs a tree to rest. Brightney dies trying to escape the arena. Razzle Dazzle dies from hunger. Holy shit, I won. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Brightney from District 3, Razzle Dazzle from District 7, meaning the winner is Astro from District 1. Yeah, I rooted for... Holy shit, I won! That... Okay. Normally my wins are far more separated from this, but I guess I have 2 people to go into the championships with. Way to go, Astro. I've got to give this credit. For as much as I don't like indie horror stuff, I will absolutely say that the art styles and the monsters, at least, are especially cute and look like they could be in another RPG. But the people look like Roblox avatars, not gonna lie. Anyways, let's review the placements. In 24th, Flutter. In 23rd, Glisten. In 22nd, Veronica Hurley. In 21st, Poppy. In 20th, Scraps. In 19th, with 2 kills, Sprout. In 18th, with 2 kills, Tegan. In 17th, Gigi. In 16th, Austin Russo. In 15th, with 3 kills, Finn. In 14th, with 1 kill, V. In 13th, Cosmo. In 12th, Boxton. In 11th, Pebble. In 10th, Shrimpo. In 9th, Goob. In 8th, Delilah Keane. In 7th, Arthur Walton. In 6th, Tisha. In 5th, with 2 kills, Roger. In 4th, Toodles. In 3rd, with 3 kills, Brightney. In 2nd, our farthest going pacifist is Razzle Dazzle. And the winner with 1 kill to his name is Astro. This actually took a bit longer than usual, but that's because like all the deaths were in the beginning, and then it very much so spaced out the rest of the deaths. Anyways, district placements: in 12th 4, in 11th 12, in 10th 5, in 9th 2, in 8th 10, in 7th 11, in 6th 6, in 5th 9, in 4th 8, in 3rd 3, in 2nd 7, and in 1st 1. There you have it, folks. It's going to conclude it for this episode of the Hunger Games Simulator. Thank you once again to Animal Jam on YouTube for suggesting this one. And next week on the Hunger Games Simulator, or next episode, we should be doing countries. So stay tuned for that. But until that time happens, the name is Blue Fang, and I bid you all a good west positioning of the sun, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.